In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, I bear witness there is no God but God, and God is the only one who has the right to be worshipped. I also bear witness that Prophet Moses, Prophet Jesus, and Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon them, are the messengers of God, and I seek refuge in Allah from the rejected Satan. So greetings of peace, and thanks for tuning in. May the peace and blessings of Allah be with you. So in this video, we're going to be discussing 7 prescriptions for the coming of the Dajjal, known as the Antichrist, the false Messiah, the great deceiver. Also, this is in preparations for the coming of Imam Mahdi, as well as the second coming of Jesus, peace and blessings be upon them, also known as Mashiach ben Yosef and Mashiach ben David, also known as the Mashiachs. So I've got 3 Quran verses to help us understand and to prepare for the Dajjal, the Antichrist. Imam Mahdi will precede the Antichrist, the Dajjal, approximately 7 years in his reign. The Dajjal will appear. So we need to know ahead of time, and also in times of severe persecution, how to successfully deal with heavy persecution and corruption in our lands. So we're going to go to chapter 18 in the Quran, verses 18 through 20. Now these 3 verses are going to give us the 7 prescriptions for dealing with the coming of the Dajjal, as well as Yajuj and Majuj, Gog and Magog. And so we're going to deduce 7 prescriptions out of these 3 verses. So I'll begin by reading out the 3 verses, and then afterwards I'll give the 7 prescriptions that are deduced from those verses. So this is referring to the people of the cave. These were approximately 6 to 9 Christians that were being heavily persecuted in their town, in their country, and they wanted to escape this persecution. So this teaches us how to deal with persecution, that we shouldn't just go ahead and fight against the persecution and the corruption, that we should just pull away and let the unique creator of all that exists deal with his creations that are misguided. So these 6 to 9 Christians decided to leave their town and their country into the wilderness, and they sought refuge in a cave. And when they were in the cave, God, who is the unique creator of all that exists and knows all things and has power over all things, and he is also the master of time and space. So being the master of time and space, Allah, when they entered the cave and went to sleep, Allah took them out of that time and fast forwarded them hundreds of years into the future, into a time and in place where the persecution was no more. So I'll start in chapter 18, verses 18 through 20. You might think them wary while they are dormant and asleep. We shall make them turn over now to the right and then to the left, while their dog is present with them, stretching its paws forward on the threshold in the courtyard. If you had become aware of their true state, you would have turned back from them in fright, and you would have surely been filled with great awe of them. And just we made them dormant, we raised them to life from their state of lethargy, so that they questioned one another and asked, How long have you remained dormant? Some of them said, We have remained in this state of inactivity for a day or part of a day. Others said, Only your Lord knows best the time you have remained. So now send one of yours with his silver coins of yours to the city. He should see which of its inhabitants has the best and purest food, and let him bring for you provisions from it. And let him be courteous, and let him not at all appraise anyone about you. For if they come to know of you, they will condemn you and make you revert to their faith by force. And in that case, that you revert to their faith, you will never attain your goal and prosper ever. So from those three verses, we're going to deduce 7 prescriptions for the coming of the Dajjal and other persecutions like Gog and Magog and other heavy persecutions that could occur before that time. So number 1, we know that they traveled in a group. There were 6 to 9 Christians with a dog. So the importance of traveling within a group, and you can combine your resources. Number 2, seeking a place of refuge outside the main cities. So somewhere either that you have a preset destination, or that you can construct or find a cave or some sort of place of refuge to rest. Number 3 is animals. They had a dog with them as a guard to protect them. Other animals could be used for food, like chickens, goats for milk, etc. Number 4, very important, silver coins. They had silver coins to go buy fruits and vegetables and other foods of the purest make. Silver and gold. I'm going to include gold in this, even though it wasn't mentioned in the verse. But we know from the hadith of Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, of Imam Mahdi, that he will give out gold, he will give out precious metal. Gold and silver will be the currency of the future, inshallah. So it's very important to have gold coins to buy and sell. Now, silver, we know silver is the most electrical conductive metal that known to man. So as the Satan confuses us with mixing, he says what's good is evil and evil is bad. Our current currency system is called currency. So the Satan derived this from silver, which silver was the main currency, is God's currency, and is also the most conductive in electricity. So they stole that and made their own paper, worthless money, their fiat usury currency, to manipulate and enslave humanity through that. So, and they called it currency. But the true currency is silver. So I recommend having some gold and silver, especially silver. It's been silver and gold have been so manipulated and suppressed for over 100 years that the actual value of these metals, if you compare it to how many dollars they print, for example, you can buy a silver ounce coin for about $30 American, and if you were to calculate how many dollars are in circulation compared to previous values of silver, that silver coin is worth around 4,000 US dollars. So it shows you the huge suppression, as well as gold. Gold you can buy for about $2,000 per ounce, and if you were to calculate how many paper dollars are actually US dollars are in circulation, that gold ounce would be worth around 90,000 US dollars. So gold and silver have been suppressed. They have to suppress gold and silver, so their usury fiat currency, their fake currency can rule the world with and create all sorts of fitna, trials and tribulations upon humanity. So we're moving outside of that. So it's very important that if you've got a surplus of money, have that in gold and silver, God willing, as it will be the currency of the future. Number 5, very important, is having access to pure and the best of foods. So you want organic, clean fruits and vegetables, or clean animal products like eggs, milk, halal meat, kosher meat. So you need access to that. So either you grow your own, or you have a market that you have access to buy. Number 6 prescription is to be kind and compassionate and courteous, and be aloof of yourself. So don't give too much of yourself. Stick to small talk and be kind and courteous and compassionate to the people you deal with, even if they are the disbelievers as well. Number 7 is to guard and protect your faith. This is very important, and probably the most important out of all these prescriptions. They say in the last verse, if they know your true faith, they will condemn you or make you revert back to disbelief. And if you revert back to disbelief, you will never attain your goal and truly prosper. So you won't reach your goals or prosper if you revert back to disbelief. So stay aloof as well when it comes to your true beliefs and stuff like that, when you're dealing with people who are persecuting you for your true faith in the one and only God, the unique creator of all that exists. So those are 7 prescriptions in preparation of the Dajjal, the Antichrist, the great deceiver, the false Messiah, and also for the coming of Gog and Magog. So important to have these 7 prescriptions in mind when dealing with heavy persecution. So this also prepares us for the coming of Imam Mahdi, as well as the second coming of Jesus. Peace and blessings be upon him, that we can operate the Mashiachs, that we can operate outside of this satanic, Dajjali, deceptive system. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you take Elijah's shield. May the peace and blessings of Allah be with you. Thank you. Peace.